Wagwan, my people. Quick thing before we kick off. The views where you hear upon the Father to Father podcast, them strictly. The hosts, guests, and contributors. Them now represent Catholic Notebook, Spirit Stream Studios, the diocese, university, or any affiliated groups, you see me? And remember, this podcast is strictly for adult ears, so listen up with discretion.
Welcome to Father, where life and faith meet. A place for the soul, where wisdom speaks. Hope in the message, strength in the beat. Welcome to Father, where life and faith meet.
Hey, what's going on, man?
It was cracking.
Yeah, not much. So here's my thing. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Father Podcast. I'm Dr. Giovanni, and with me is my right hand, my main man.
Father Greg Lambert.
Hey, okay, enough of that. I'm a little pissed off. Not at you. Now, what you rolling your eyes for?
Because I just walked into this place.
I don't care.
I know you don't.
Listen, I have these thoughts in my head. Who else am I going to share it with? You are here. I'm going to share it with you.
We got emails. Talk to them.
How we going to make a picture of Mary if we ain't got a Mary body?
What?
If Mary got assumed into heaven, both body, mind, and soul, how we going to make an image, a 3D image of Mary, if we don't have anything from Mary?
I don't know.
You know, the audacity. Here's what happened. So Harvard decided that they were going to recreate Mary, Mother of God, Mother of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, in a 3D image of what they thought Mary would look like. Based on what? I don't know. Because we ain't got, we literally don't have anything. Like, what do we have?
The Shroud of Turin, but that's Jesus' face.
But that's Jesus' face. That's not Mary.
He's got to look a little bit like her.
But that's not Mary, though.
True.
That's literally not Mary. It's not like, okay, so here's my thing. I would understand if we had like the skull of Mary. Then you'd be like, okay, you can figure out some facial features and then do whatever. Because we've done that with like Saint Bernadette, for example.
Yeah.
Right? We've done that with other people that, these people have died. We have their actual skulls, and now we're just pasting on muscle to see like, well, maybe this is about what they might have looked like. But when you ain't got no body, you ain't got no skull, you ain't got no like, we don't even have like pictures of the time. You know, like sometimes you have like a statue of that time period where someone paid for someone to do a statue of you. Even if it's slightly exaggerated, you can kind of get a feel for like what. We ain't even got that. We don't got frescoes. We ain't got we have nothing. So how you think they came up with the photo? What, if you had to come up with an image of Mary, who do you think it might look like?
Well, she's going to look like a Middle Eastern woman.
Do you think it might look like Lady Gaga?
What?
They made the 3D image, and it looks like Lady Gaga, my guy. You think I'm joking? Look. I want you to look at this and tell me I'm kidding. They made the 3D image, and it looks like Lady Gaga. Ladies and gentlemen, Father Greg is speechless.
We live in strange times.
Does it not look like Lady Gaga?
We live in strange times. Yeah, no, that's her. That's literally her.
That's literally just Lady Gaga. And they want us to believe that, yeah, Mother Mary is Lady Gaga. I'm upset. I feel a certain type of way about it. Mainly because how you going to be scientists and do the most unscientific thing possible and just randomly just take a person and be like, ooh, Mary, Lady Gaga. Like, what? What?
Yeah, no. Everybody don't listen to that. It's not Lady Gaga. She didn't look like Lady Gaga.
Yeah, look it up. And while you're looking it up, open up a second browser. Scroll down. Give us 5 stars, everybody. I'm glad I got that off my chest. I've been waiting on that for a long time, man. You ready to get started?
Yeah. I've been sitting here drinking my whiskey, dog. I don't
I don't understand. Like Lady Gaga.
Yo, Father Greg, Dr. G, what's good? I know it sounds weird, I know it's misunderstood. The story's wild, yes, out there, no doubt. But just lean in close, just hear me out.
You ready for some Hear Me Outs?
Hear me, hear me, hear me.
But hear
That to
me out.
whatever it means. I don't know.
Dang it. But hear me out. 5 stars, you did another wrong. 1 star, we got confession on Thursdays. And if your church do confession on Thursdays, let us know. CatholicNotebook.org/follow the Catholicnotebook.org/
F2F.
But hear me out. I didn't betray anyone. I just did what I had to do.
You know, the amount of people who have written into us and have automatically started out with saying like, okay, Father Greg, sigh heavy. Why he's always sighing. Like, dog, these last couple, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. But this one is our first non-Catholic.
Fine, you get grace.
This is our first non-Catholic.
You get automatic grace.
It's an Anglican.
Less grace.
What?
You're close enough. You're close enough.
Wow.
You know the difference.
Okay. This is an Anglican from the UK. Hello, loves. Long-time listener. Bit surreal writing in, if I'm honest. I'm Anglican. Not the rainbow flag sort. Closer to Catholic than most people expect. Quite a few of us mums listen to your show, actually. It's been helpful. Anyway, my name is Margaret Ellison. That's so 58.
Hi, Margaret. I'm sorry for being mean.
You told her less grace. You didn't even know who she was.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
My daughter, Jamie, she's 23, came into the kitchen all nervous, hands clasped, as if she was about to confess a murder. Mum, she said, I need to tell you something. I'm transitioning.
Oh.
Now, I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I didn't do any of the things people expect. I nodded and said, all right, darling, thank you for telling me. Because I've learned, especially nowadays, you don't react, you support, you hold space. Inside, yes, I was alarmed, deeply alarmed. I was screaming, shouting, but outwardly calm, reassuring. She looked relieved, actually. Then she went off to work. My husband, David, came in later that afternoon, loosened his tie, asked what was for supper. I say quite casually, Jamie's transitioning. He doesn't even blink. Oh, right.
Oh, right?
He says, oh, right, he says. She told me she was worried how you'd take it. I said, well, how was I supposed to take it, David? He shrugs. Well, I mean, it makes sense. She's been very unhappy for ages. And I thought she might have done it sooner, if I'm honest. And I just stood there thinking, what the hell has been going on in my house? What have I missed? Because in my mind, we're a good family. Stable, faithful. We've done everything properly. Church on Sundays, proper schooling, structure. So I thought, right, don't panic, handle it properly. So I called my friend Claire. She's in our parish, and I said, I think Jamie's struggling. So I thought, right, don't panic, handle it properly. So I rang my friend Claire. She's in our parish, and I said, I think Jamie's struggling, properly struggling. And Claire said, bring her away this weekend. Fresh air, prayer, clarity will support her. So that's what I said. That's what I did. Friday, I tell Jamie, let's go on a little trip, just us girls, you, me, Claire. She hesitated, but she comes. We go up to a quiet spot, countryside, nothing dramatic, just space, peace, God.
Good.
The whole weekend, we were just focused. We prayed with her, not aggressively, just as gently as possible. We held hands, we spoke over her, we asked for clarity, for peace, understanding. Claire brought her girlfriend, Ruth, who's very grounded, very calm, and she helped guide things. Jamie kept trying to interrupt. Mom, you don't understand. And I said, no, darling, I do. I get it. I really do. Because in my mind, she was confused. She's overwhelmed. This phase of distress, not identity. We did that for 2 days. Saturday, she was furious. Properly furious. Sunday morning, she barely spoke. By the time we drove back, she wouldn't even look at me. And now she's not speaking to me at all. Mm-hmm. She rang David, apparently, livid. What the hell was that? She told him. He rang me, livid, which is rare for him. What did you do? He asked. I said I took her for a weekend with the girls to pray and support her. He goes, very annoyed. Margaret, she's transitioning. I said, I know, that's why I intervened. There was a long pause on the phone. He exhales incredibly slowly and says, Margaret, what do you think she meant by that? And I said, she's trying to become a man. Then he goes, what? No, she's not. She's transitioning her life. And I said, what does that even mean? And he goes, she's leaving the nursing program. She wants to go to medical school, and she applied to the program in Scotland, and she's leaving in a few months.
Nah, this is her fault. This is 100% her fault. She could have said that. She could have put a letter on the counter. Why would you not say this out loud and clear?
I just sat there, and he kept going. She didn't want to disappoint you. She thought you would be upset. She was changing directions. That's what she meant. I said, that doesn't make any sense. She said she's transitioning.
That's exactly what she said. I heard it. You heard it. America heard it.
He goes, yes, transitioning her life, her career.
That's not what she said. That's not what she said.
I said, he says, she has a boyfriend, Margaret.
But she said she brought her girlfriend, Ruth. Was that not her real girlfriend?
No. Her, girlfriend as in, female friend.
See, I feel gaslit. I feel lied to. I feel deceived. I feel bamboozled.
He says she has a boyfriend, Margaret. I said, that doesn't necessarily mean anything these days.
That's also true.
He goes, what are you talking about? I said, I'm just saying people flip, David. I'm not judging or anything. I just wanted clarity.
People flip.
He exhales and says, Margaret, you took our daughter on a weekend away and had people pray over her because you misunderstood a sentence. She came to you in confidence. This is what he said. He's like, she came to you in confidence and you instantly betrayed her and told everyone. And now half our family is associating her as a trans person.
That's how... Sorry. I'll let you finish.
Now, I don't see it that way because from my perspective, something was off. She was distressed. She was uncertain. She was clearly at a crossroads. I responded to that. I did what I thought was right as her mother. She was the one who didn't explain herself clearly. And now she's not speaking to me. And I'm left wondering, where exactly did I go wrong? Because I didn't betray anyone. I did what I had to do. You recap?
No.
Okay. That's the first time I've ever heard
I already got my ruling, Doc.
You did?
I got my ranking on this. All the way through.
I feel conflicted.
I'm not.
I do feel conflicted. I feel conflicted because I understand where she's coming from and I understand where the dad's coming from. Mm-hmm. And I also understand where she's coming from.
Yes.
Mainly because a part of this, you have to also understand British culture where they don't necessarily explain everything. No. Like, hear me out. British culture is based on, there's a lot of things in British culture, and part of British culture is, this, idea of stillness and like really like, hey, you should know what we're talking about here. I'm not going to say it because if I have to say it, then it breaks the stillness of the room in such a way that it causes needless friction.
Your mom thought that you were going to be taping your breasts to your shirt now. I'm sorry. The stillness is in the room is gone.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't like talking. I don't know. I like when I look at it from her perspective, I'm like, yeah, I totally get it. Like totally get it. She goes into transit. Now, at the thing when she was just like, I don't know what they were praying or whatever, but like when she was like, hey mom, whatever, she should have stopped and said like, what? She's like, I'm trying. Maybe at that point it would have been like, hey mom, I'm trying.
maybe at that point.
Well, but like legit, if you're looking at it, she's like, where did I go wrong? Well, in the midst of it, she's like, mom, that's not what's happening here. Like, let me explain, because clearly something went askew. Then, okay, that's the thing. When you're looking at this, the husband, I'm putting a lot of weight on the husband. Okay.
Feels like there's a lot of weight on him already.
So there's levels to this. There's levels to this. First, clearly she didn't want to say a lot because she respects the mom, and whatever this nursing thing was to the mom, or I don't know if the mom was a nurse previous. She didn't say like if that was a big deal in the family or whatever, but that's clearly a big deal. She didn't want to break it, and she didn't want to break the news to the mom because she thought the mom was going to flip out. But she told her dad, and her dad clearly gave her the advice. Just say it like this and then call it a day. Because in his mind, he thought she understood what that meant because of where she is in life. Because in his mind, she is heterosexual because she has a boyfriend. Like this, I'm just gonna run you through the dad's logic. My daughter is heterosexual because she has a boyfriend. She's not transitioning into a man. She's in a program. So the only transition she's really gonna do right now is a lifestyle transition or a program transition. So if she goes to her mom and says, "I'm transitioning," then that should be it. That's it. Case in point, done. Just say that and you're good. Like if you're just ipso facto, that's the line of thinking of the dad.
So, are you finished?
I'm done.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a man of incredible grace and mercy. I am.
I feel like I'm gonna get filleted. Like I am the dad. No, I'm just saying. I understand where I can see where he got his line of thinking.
I recently, in the past couple months, and I realize that this is probably a fault in myself, have had less and less patience for clear communication. This is what I mean. It's okay if you struggle with communication and expressing your feelings fully. I get that. I grew up like that in my own household. It was really hard to bring anything sensitive to my father. My father was not a bad person, but my father was not a warm, cuddly type of dad that would hold you and say he loves you.
Right.
We weren't talking about, Dad, I really struggle with my confidence. Dad, I don't know, like, if I feel like I'm weird at school. I don't know if I got the same attitude or adjustments or humor as everybody else. I feel like a weird kid. I feel like an outsider. That conversation never happened. It never would. Ever. But it's really hard when something is super important to you on how you're going to be able to communicate it. There's been plenty of times where I've told my dad about retreats I wanted to go on back when I was just became Catholic, and it was super cool to me, and I wanted to learn about these things. It was hard for me to talk to him about it. So, but I would tell him the necessary information. Yo, Dad, can you sign this permission form and give me $15 so I can go on this retreat for church? I really want to go, please.
Yeah.
And that would be enough for him because he understands that I'm trying, and he understands that our relationship is like that.
Right.
So he's like, okay, you went on a limb for this. This must be really big for you because you don't ask me for anything.
Right.
So consider it done.
But this must be terrifying though, because you're like, yo, give me $15, and you go back, you get the 15, you look, it's 20. You're like, dang it! Where am I gonna get the other $5?
I will give him change too, because I don't want these issues coming back from me. I don't want these issues coming back. Yeah. Like, I don't want the problem. So it's like, yo, like communication was hard for me, and I found a way to do it. I'm sorry. You got to know how you said it, and you got to know what the miscue is here, because from Margaret's perspective, I look at Margaret as an individual who was incredibly poised about this. She didn't freak out. Mm-hmm. She didn't call her hellacious names. Mm-hmm. She didn't kick her out of the family. Also, big points to you. You didn't divinize your hatred on this person.
Oh, yeah. And
that's amazing.
And then on top of that, you did everything that would make sense. You called a friend. You kept it small. Mm-hmm. She bought a trusted person that, could help pray and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And if she truly was transitioning, it sounds like your daughter clocked it in that moment. Like, oh, no. That's not what I meant. But it was already too late.
It's never too late for clarity, dog. It's never too late for clarity. Like, hey, listen, I'm going to let you guys finish this first circle. Mom, I need to pull you to the side real quick so we can be clear on something. Listen, I'm not trying to become a man. Like, that's all she had to say. That's all she had to say. Like, dog, Margaret could have been one of those moms who brought a bunch of people together in a prayer circle and put you out in the woods in the cabin somewhere where you couldn't leave for 2 days and pray the gay away. She could have done that.
But she didn't. She didn't do that.
From what it sounds like, she didn't do that.
No.
And she was praying for clarity. She was invoking God's name for clarity and proper discernment.
And strength.
Yes.
And strength.
That's a good way about it. Because even if you're transitioning, even if you're becoming a dude or a girl, whatever it is, whoever you are who's listening to this right now in horror, doesn't mean that you can distance yourself from God.
Yeah.
That's not what that means. Yeah. Paul specifically says this. It will be heights, nor depths, nor principalities, nor the sword that will separate us from God. No, nothing will separate us from God. It just bothers me. Like, I know I'm getting animated about this, but it just bothers me because it didn't have to go this far.
Well, and this is why I said, like, I understand where everyone is coming from in this.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it difficult, is because, like, clearly the daughter would talk to the dad. Mm-hmm. And clearly the dad, and this is why I say you kind of have to get British culture a little bit too, because there's a lot of things that there's a lot of things within British culture where they don't say. It's annoying. And trust me, it's very much annoying. And this is why Black British people annoy non-Black British people, because Black British people say the things because they want clarity.
Say the quiet part out loud.
They say the quiet part out loud, and they're just like, what are you doing? Like, don't say that. And they're like, no, I want to make sure that you and I are on the same page.
Now, because she needs to know why all of us are dark and there's a light-skinned person in our family, and why everyone else is dark. That needs explanation.
That's not okay. But, like, that's the thing, because, like, there's a lot of, like, we will not say it, but we'll say it in British culture. Mm-hmm. Like, there just is, because there's a lot of colonial stuff, and all. They don't want to talk about history. There's like, it is what it is. But when you look at, like, how families interact and just how people interact, it's like, you should know. If we've talked about this repeatedly, we're talking about our daughter and our daughter's program and our daughter's program and our daughter's program, then when she says, I'm transitioning, it's like, oh, she's transitioning out. That is the logic here. That's the logic here. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it, and I'm not even defending it. I'm just saying that's the logic here. The dad, at this point, he's the more concerning part, where he's just basically saying, I don't understand. Because the mom is like, that doesn't mean anything. Like, just because she's dating a guy doesn't necessarily mean that is what it is for her. She could be anything. And she even said, like, I'm not judging, but she could flip and do whatever. Like, that could be anything. But for the dad is like, nope, she's dating a man. She's heterosexual. She's already boxed herself into this. This is the lane she's in. This is all this stuff. So I think if she's transitioning truly, like, if she was really transitioning, the dad would be the problem, because in this situation, the dad was just like, honey, I don't even know why you even thought she was transitioning from a woman to a man. Maybe because she's dating a man. Why would she do that?
The quiet part was never said out loud.
But that's the thing.
Obviously, it sounds like the daughter has a better relationship with the dad too.
They have a lot better relationship.
Maybe because he just inherently gets her. Because we're talking about things that don't need to be talked about. Apparently, I don't know.
Yeah, no, like that. Realistically, yeah. Like even if you watch, like one of the things that I will encourage you to do, watch British television. Like there's a couple of shows that I'll give you to watch. When you watch the show, there are things that happen in the show that they then won't mention anymore, and then they will say something which if you didn't watch episode whatever, you just don't know and you don't get it. And it's just a complete loss. And it means something completely different to you because you didn't watch like X, Y, and Z. But if you watch it, you're like, okay, yeah, that's what they're talking about.
Which is crazy. It's because in Western culture, it has to be so explicit.
Yeah.
It has to be at least shown. If it does not to be said, but it has to be shown.
Yeah. Or alluded to. And if you can do it, then that's it. So yeah. What are you giving? I'm giving her a 4 just because of that. Because there was a moment where you could have, hey, she's trying here. Like, hey, mom, can we? And you just kept cutting her off.
I'm giving her a 5.
You're giving her a 5?
I don't see a single
even with the cutoff. Like she was attempting in the midst of everything to say like, hey, that's not what's going on. Hey, let me explain what's happening, and she cut her off.
No, I'm giving her a 5. I don't see anything wrong with what she did, the approach that she went with, and also I see. Like, dog, I see legit love and care.
There's a lot, like, don't get me wrong. She did everything right. I'm nitpicking here. I guess then I'll give her a 5 because I'm really nitpicking. This is me like, you got a microscope and you're going like, this is a fraction off. So I guess, yeah, you're right. 5. You're right. No.
It's not about me being right. I'm just saying. Like,
no, you have that smug look on your face, like,
No. I'm just saying, like, yo, I just find it funny that you flopped. Like, but hey, you can flip at any time. Right?
Oh my gosh!
Hey, that's a show, everybody.
Yo, Father Greg, Dr. G, what's good? I know it sounds clear, I know it's misunderstood. The story's wild, yeah, it's out there, no doubt. But just lean in close, just hear me out. Hear me out.
Back when I needed a man, all I got handed was traps. Said, boy, go be great, but gave me no pass, so I bled from the faith I ain't know I still had. Good advice don't come cheap. Real ones ran wisdom, don't tweet. Now I walk through the dark, trying not to repeat the same fake love that they handed to me. They come to me now like I know the route. Big bro, what's the play? Can you help me out? And I tried not to laugh, but I see myself back when I was broke, begging somebody else. Ain't no manual for this, just pressure and heat. You get burnt by the ones that you thought brought peace. Told my little man, don't believe what you see. Even angels fall hard when they run in the street.
You ready for some folly advice?
Why is your voice like this?
I don't know, man. It's just the folly advice segment.
Oh my gosh.
It does it to me. It just does it to me. All right, so it's folly advice. This one. What? Whatever, man. All right, so this one says, okay, so I'm just gonna say it. I'm Kayla. He's Dylan. We've been together for 9 months. Basically 10 months. We've already said we're the end game. We had the conversation, marriage, kids, all of that. We live in a small town. There's really no mysteries here. I'm going to be a great mom. He knows I'm going to be a great mom. I know his mom knows my mom. Everything's great. People are already treating us like we are locked in. Now, the issue is timing. He's very much, let's wait, let's build, let's get our things in order, things like that. And I'm just like, wait for what? What are we waiting for? We live in a small town. Things are not going to change. I'm gonna still be working at this office, and I'm gonna move up the ladder because I've already been told this is where it's gonna happen.
It's our turn.
You're gonna be working at the mechanic shop, and you already were told you're gonna own the mechanic shop in about 10 years. We're both hot. We're stable. And you already said, if I get pregnant, you'll step up immediately.
Oh,
And I repeated him his words. I even played it back for him. And he says, I know. I will. That's my guarantee.
but she's not pregnant yet, and she's gonna be like, bet.
So in my head, I'm like, okay, I just have to get us. I just had to get us there.
It hurts being right sometimes, dog.
I just need to get us across the finish line. But the problem is, he just keeps going to the back door instead of taking the obvious path to get us to that outcome.
What?
And I've tried to be subtle about things, like, ooh, it's a lot easier the other way, or having conversations about and hinting and trying to redirect. So now I'm sitting here like, am I doing too much? Am I trying to accelerate something that is inevitable anyways? I don't know. I just don't like playing games. I just want to get on to moving to building life. We're already on the same page. What's the holdup? Can you both tell me what I'm missing?
Okay.
Yeah, Father Greg, you want to tell her what she's missing?
Oh, screw you.
No, listen. I appreciate the fact that you are so like, I'm family focused. Like, you want to build a family, you want to do that, and that's great. And that's a great desire. At the end of the day, you need consent. Like, you can't force a family on somebody. Mm-hmm. There needs to be consent on the other end. And it sounds like, for the most part, he is on the same page with you. And he's like, yes, I will marry you. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to do this. But there's things that I want to do too. And there's things I want to do with you that I like necessarily. I don't want to start having kids right away.
Right.
That's not an abnormal ask.
Mm-hmm. Natural family planning.
Right. So, but also like this whole backdoor thing, like,
yeah, that's not supposed to be happening. Like, period.
So it's like this balancing act, right? And so you're sitting there going like, well, we're doing the back door. Let's just flip it and just problem solved. It's like, or, just don't. And then you have that increased desire. And now you're like, okay, cool. Now we have something to look forward to, type of thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, when you look at the situation that you're in, this is impatient on your part because now your mental timeline is being disturbed, and there's nothing you can do about it because, again, consent is very much necessary.
That's also true. I'm thinking in this conversation as an individual who, lives and serves in Iowa and the Midwest, I understand the culture around small towns quite well. I see it all the time. But there is a danger here of living life in a small microcosm and seeing what everybody else does and trying to, whether you realize it or not, I think you do though, trying to form fit your life to what everyone else has done around you. And I understand if there's only a few people there and they all do the same things and you're somewhere who's an outlier, you're going to hear about it from high noon to dusk. That's just how it goes there. But it's not their lives. It's yours. Yeah. And if you know for a fact you got a sure thing here and you are locked in, he's locked in with you, that's a grace. That is a blessing from God. You found your person. And now you guys have all the time in the world to grow together and to be as close and as ready as possible so that if whatever you build right now will be the foundations of your future.
Yeah.
And when you build a foundation, it's got to be on the right thing. As Christ says, it has to be on firm foundation. It has to be a house built on rock, not on sand. Because eventually, you two won't be hot anymore, as you said in your own words. Eventually, one day, you will have kids.
Yeah.
And eventually, one day, you'll need that firm foundation. And let that foundation not just be yourselves, but be Christ.
Well, and you also got to ask yourself, like, why are you so desperate to have kids right now? Like, what is it about that? And and it might simply be you don't like being alone with your thoughts.
Or it might just simply be this is what everyone does. You get married by a certain age, you have your kids, you have the house, you have the homestead. we're gonna own we're gonna own the garage. I'm gonna come up and be a manager at some point. We're gonna have a little bit extra money. This is what all the community does, especially when you have everything you need in a small town area. I'm gonna be a good looking mom. I'm gonna have kids by this age. I'll bounce back. He'll still look pretty good. He'll be at the garage. He'll have these couple hours. We'll start going to Punta Cana in the summertime. Like, it's the same thing. Everyone does the same thing.
Yeah. So give yourself some space, give yourself some time, like, and sit with it.
Yeah.
And sit with it, and just be patient. Like, and it's easy for us to say for you to be patient because it's not a desire that we intrinsically have.
Exactly.
But on the other end, you really do have to ask yourself, like, let's say you got what you wanted tomorrow. What fundamentally changes for you?
Nothing.
Like, really, what fundamentally changes for you? Because the relationship, it sounds like, wouldn't accelerate in any meaningful way. So,
And also trapping an individual to bootstrap them to do the thing that you want them to do is not what one does in a relationship.
right. And so, like, there is that balancing act that exists there. And even within the Catholic Church, you got to be careful because you ask the question, are you coming here freely? And if the answer is, like, I'm only marrying her because she's pregnant,
That's an honorable offense.
that's an annulable offense.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's just something to think about. But we'll pray for you. All right, next one. I'm Andre, 20, Caribbean household. My family's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I bet they are.
My mom, Claudette.
She sounded like she beat you, dog. Claudette don't play. I know she got a hand that strangled the throats of chickens and slapped the mess out of you, dog.
Yeah, dog.
She got thick fingers, dog.
She's just like she hasn't clipped her toe.
Yo, she got a fresh wet perm that starts to sweat outside. If it sweats, that means that you did something wrong. She had to go out and fix it. She gonna beat you.
Yo, she sat down to drink her tea, and she looked at the tea, and the tea moved a certain way. She's like, "Listen, why are you hanging out with those boys again?" I was like, what are you talking about? Don't lie to me. I can see it in my tea. You be hanging out with these boys again. Like, what? That makes no sense. My mom, Claudette, is like dementia adjacent. She's 58. A delusional, still sharp enough to manipulate the situation, though. Mm-hmm. Culturally, you don't just cut moms off, but I'm getting real close. I'm in my sophomore year. I'm studying full time. I'm working full time. I'm trying to build something and become something. And I somehow became designated the handler because I'm the only one that remotely had their life together. Everybody else just decided to dip and moved out.
I feel the trauma.
My sister keeps her distance. My brother moved out with his girlfriend, and now every crisis gets routed to me like I'm emergency services. First time she called me in the middle of the night, she said she was dying. Mm-hmm. I sprinted over. My heart was racing. Just to find out she was upset my brother wouldn't move his girlfriend in. Second time, she sent me a hospital ban while I was in the middle of a test and blew up my phone. 32 missed calls. And then went silent. When I called her back, voicemail. I ended up calling up my sister. I found out they were at Red Lobster.
I'm sorry, you said that like it was a bomb drop. No, you went to Red Lobster.
I found out she was at Red Lobster drinking a mimosa like nothing happened. And that's when I snapped, she hit me with, "I'm your mother. You should love me anyways." So I'm genuinely asking,
It's not my story. It's not my story. It's not my story.
how do I deal with this without losing my mind? Because right now I'm about to drop her. I'm not eating. My blood pressure's through the roof. I feel like I'm being emotionally blackmailed. I can't think. And every time my phone buzzes, my heart sinks because I don't know if it's a real emergency or if she's just lying to get attention. How you feel? I feel like this is a lot of trauma for
a college age kid.
well, just Caribbean kids in general.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like
I
second and
felt all
third
this.
generation kid. Like
All of this has
realistic-
happened to me, dog.
Yeah, man.
All
Yeah,
of this
man.
has happened to me.
Is that like I don't know what it was. Like I really don't know what it was. It's like the baby boomers of that particular generation. They come to the United States. They have kids, and then it's always one child. It's not all the children. It's always one child that is now designated to be the emotional baggage holder for the entire family.
Because that's how they were raised, though. That because back then, to remind you, these Caribbean parents were one of like 5, 10, 12,
15 kids.
15 kids, and every kid was designated to something.
Yeah.
If you're the oldest, God bless you. You were a second parent, and you grew up way too fast, and you became a control freak and things of that nature. If you were the youngest, nobody liked you when you got older because everyone brought up the fact that everyone had to take care of you.
Right. And you got away with everything.
And you got away with everything because you were young, you were cute, you didn't know no better, and everybody had to be on their P's and Q's to take care of you, and they had to work and also take care of you, and they held resentment for that.
Right.
Because their parents didn't have much to give them. So but if you were younger and the further down the line you were, you looked at everyone else and said, you guys all had all this time to soak up mom and dad's love and take their attention, and you could do all these things, and I couldn't do anything because I had to stick by mom,
Right.
and she wouldn't let me go.
Right.
And so it's just an issue back and forth.
Yeah. But it's the same playbook though.
It is the
Like,
same playbook.
It's literally just my thing is I'm reading this, and the reason why I paused after the Red Lobster because I'm thinking of a moment with my own mother where I got a phone call and it was like, oh, this is dire. I think I'm dying, da 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 da. And then I flipped my whole schedule around, go and see her. Plot twist, she wasn't dying.
Yep.
Like it was just like, yeah, she got upset. Her blood sugar spiked because she got upset. Why did she get upset? Because my brother said, I don't want to live here my whole life. That's what he said. That's it. And I was just like, you know what? I think I'm done. Like, I think I'm done. Because the amount of stress I had
Yep.
getting down here, making sure like everything was cool. And at the time, it was when we were in seminary. And so I had to ask for permission to leave, saying it was an emergency. And I got 2 days. And so I'm sitting at home just going like, I can't believe I'll wait. Because now I have to figure out how I'm going to explain this on the back end.
Yep.
And just like, yo, like, it's such a mess.
It's a like legit. I'm listening to this and I'm reliving my life, and I can go off on story upon story upon story about this exact situation. But what I'm hearing is, you guys stop and take a deep breath, and you gotta look at your priorities and your values, because you right now still have hope that your mom will be different. That's why you're so upset right now. You are wondering, when is it going to be different? When is it going to be my time? When am I going to make something of myself and I won't have to deal with this anymore? And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not here to snatch hope from your jaws, but I am here to give you a bit of a reality check. Your mom's not changing.
Facts.
And it's not just stubbornness. It's not a loss of hope. It's the fact that she can't change. And this is what I mean. This is what I mean by this. Not that she can't aspire to better, but this is the way she's lived her life. And this is her retirement plan. The way that she is who she is now. If you bank your happiness on whether or not she's going to be happy, she can decide to up and switch your entire life around, and you will never be happy. You haven't snapped yet, and I don't want you to snap, because once you do, you stop looking at your mom as your mother. You start looking at your mom as a millstone around your neck. And the part when you cut her off is when things get dangerous, because everybody else has already let the resentment win.
Yeah.
Right now, you're the only person that's going to bother to call the police if you don't hear from her. That's important. So I will tell you this. Don't snap, because you'll lose a piece of your humanity. And you'll end up sinning in the way that you will look at your mom as someone who birthed you but didn't raise you, and therefore you owe them nothing. Instead, look at her this way. She is a child, not to be derogatory, but she's a child that you have been tasked with taking care of, but you didn't raise her. So the things that she says and the things that she does is not indicative on you, but you still have to deal with it until she can grow up. If she doesn't grow up, she doesn't grow up. But it is not your responsibility to make sure that she makes good choices. It is not your responsibility to make sure that she changes for the better. It is your responsibility to control your own emotions. It is your responsibility to control your peace. It is your responsibility to make sure that you can take care of yourself, and whatever you have left within your time, within your schedule, and within your energy, you can give to her. And then that little bit, she'll learn to survive off that little bit and say, oh, see how he loves me? He came over and he called me on Sundays. He calls me once a week on a Sunday after he goes to mass. That's how I know he loves me. And as long as she can point to that, she will be okay. But man, I am telling you, if you let her beliefs, her wants, her desires control whether or not you find deep, lasting joy, buddy, she's going to snatch that from the jaws of defeat whenever it becomes convenient.
I will tell you this. You got to pick one thing. You got to give something up.
Yeah.
Give something up. If that is you call once a week and be like, hey, I'm going to call you once a week because I'm not going to be available throughout the week, but I will call you once a week and we can talk whatever for about an hour or so, whatever.
Yeah.
Or don't even say an hour or so. Just be like, yo, I'm just going to call you once a week. Because if you say an hour, she's going to use up every minute of that hour. So just be like, hey, I'm just going to call you once a week. And she'll be like, all right, say less.
Yeah.
But if you miss a week, you just going to hear it.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. But
So-
she'll never call you.
No, she'll never call you. She'll never call you.
She'll expect you to call her.
Right. So that might just reduce your anxiety where like once a week, you know that day is just bunk. You're going to be upset because whatever. But like when you listen to what she's saying, it's just like, yo, it goes in one week, it comes out another. It's not going to affect you. Nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
You ask her how she's going to be and she's going to be like, oh no, life is hard. It's like, okay, cool. Life's hard. Like it is what it is.
How are you doing today? Oh, I'm not good. Oh, word? What's not good? My health. Oh, word? What about your health? Oh, my leg hurts. I got a headache. And, I'm trying my best to just live life day by day. And you're like, dang, that's crazy. And it's going to be the same conversation every week.
Yeah, man.
But she going to tell all her friends and everybody in the family, my son loves me so much, he calls me every week.
He calls me every single week.
It is what it
Calls me every
is.
single week. And like you put up something and just tell her like, hey, if you call me during the week, I will not pick up. Text me. If
Yes.
you do not text me, I'm not gonna know.
Yeah.
And what does that do? It puts it in an arena so you know for a fact what's going on. And you tell her, if you don't tell me if you just say call me, I'm not gonna call you back.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things going on.
Yeah.
But if you tell me like, hey, this is what's going on, then I can at least talk to you. I may not be able to call you, but I can talk to you. But I'll call you once a week. Again, you're just shifting the arena a little bit to give yourself that peace of mind. Because as she gets older, this is just part of it, dog. Like, it is what it is. I feel like it's a cross that you just got to bear if you're Caribbean. Like, it is what it is, dog.
Yeah, dog. It's a whole generation just
Like-
like it's going to continue to die off, and the next generation is going to be, I will not be my parents.
Yeah,
and the little
dog.
kids are just like, what's going on?
It's just like, dog, we will not talk to our kids on principle for months, and our kids will be calling us like, hey, can you talk to us? Like, leave me alone. Stop talking to me. Like, what?
You don't know who your grandmother was.
Like, why does my parents not want to talk to me? It's going to be the exact opposite. There's a whole generation of kids going like, we just want to talk to you. We just want to know how your day is going. Why do you care so much?
Our kids are going to turn 21, and we're going to go radio silent.
Just radio silent. Yo, can you imagine Claire turned 21? I just stopped talking to her. And then she just coming around like, hey, how's it going? I'm fine. What's up? Do you got a problem? No, I just wanted to click. Like,
Would you like to go on honeymoon with us? Honeymoon? Yeah, we really think it'd be cool if you were here. No, why would I want to do that? Why would you want to spend time with me? She's not going to be okay.
she won't be okay. Let's get out of here, man.
You ever ask for advice and they laugh at you or worse? They give it with strings attached. I learned some people don't help to help, they help to hold you. So be careful who speaks over your soul, cause not every God told me came from God. Not every I got you means you're safe. Some just wanna wear your story like a chain. Good advice is a treasure map buried in pain. Real truth ain't loud, it don't chase fame. Now I write what I needed, tattooed in flame for the next lost soul walking out of that rain.
Okay, so the Catholic Nuclear Research Team did their 1-2 thing, right? And they decided, you know what? A lot of things are going on in the world, and conspiracy theories are abound. So they asked our listeners in the Catholic world, give us your best conspiracy theory. What is something that's going on in the Catholic Church or in your Catholic community that you feel is a conspiracy and a conspiracy theory?
We are all in good mental health and no one is depressed. No one is feeling that they need to take an emergency trip to Utah by themselves and take off their cell phone. Hey. I'm just letting you know because you know the difference between a conspiracy theory and the truth, right?
Nah, what?
6 months.
I thought you were going to say a leaked email.
That too.
You gotta be like, for real? That's what it is sometimes. All right, so basically what they did, they asked people, and people gave their full thoughts. So we're just going to go through it. Maybe we get through one, maybe we get through a couple. We're just going to go through it, and we'll talk about it.
Gracious.
Right? These are conspiracy theories, as per our audience. This is the parish assignment theory. Okay? So they said, every parish has that one old lady that never misses Mass. You think she's praying for the church? No. She's siphoning spiritual energy off of the congregation like a battery pack. That's why she's 97 years old and still walking faster than you. And also why, and listen carefully, and they put listen carefully. They get real aggressive when you mention closing their parish. You think it's nostalgia? Nah. Oh, I'm married here. Oh, my kids were baptized. No, it's not to do with that. Nothing. No, and they wrote, no. It's not emotional. It's biological. It's because here's the thing. There's already systems for shut-ins. They bring you communion. They visit you. And in some parishes, in some communities, they'll even drive you to places that you can't go to. So logically speaking, they should be fine. That's not it. They fight you, right? If you try to close their parish, they'll fight you. Council meetings, letters, petitions, and they'll show up in the front row and try to cross-examine the bishop like they are the head prosecutor in their situation. But the pew is very specific. If you ever see the pew, it's always in a particular spot that they seat, and they're always unnerved that someone else is sitting in their spot. This is why I think this happens. When you turn 60, if you've been consistent, devout, showing up, doing your thing, God pulls up. Nothing scary like, oh, biblically correct angels. Nothing like that. But more like a quiet vision, like you're just washing
like an
dishes.
Allstate agent, just
Like a good neighbor. Jesus is there.
with your pew.
It's like, nothing like a biblically correct angel or anything. More quiet. Like you're sitting washing dishes, or you're like in your living room, like reading a book or folding laundry or something. And then all of a sudden you just hear clear as day. All right, listen, fam. No big thunder. It's like, you did good. You've been consistent. Here's the deal. And then your eyes get open and he shows you one parish. And he's like, that's your parish. That's your pew. That's your grid. If they shut it down, that's your lifespan. When that parish closes, you close.
That feels like senile. Like that feels like
That's why, that's why Miss Donovan sits in the exact same spot every single time, and gives you the side eye, and that's why she's always there at every single event, every single place, clocking in like it's work, because it is.
and she can't say it out loud because they'll send her to the home
Right.
immediately.
It's like, nah.
God's revelation told me that that's my puke. Dog, no. Nope.
So when dioceses come around talking about reconstruction, consolidation, or closing underutilized parishes, she goes from sweet to federal witness protection.
I'm not ready to die yet.
And that's why parishes don't close, because it's not just about numbers. It's about a whole network of 70, 80, 9-year-olds who are quietly, spiritually plugged in. And if you shut down the parish, by winter, half the bingo boot gone.
Can we also just say that wintertime, the elderly pass away anyway? It's like they're like legit. Like this isn't even me trying to be funny. Like I swear. Like it's like your body, like your natural clock tells you it's time to go to sleep and hibernate, and then they do, and we have a lot of funerals.
Okay.
That's how that goes.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like this is the most realistic, it's not really that much of a conspiracy, and 1 being like you were out to lunch. Where are you sitting with this? Honestly, I'm sitting like at a 6. Like,
4.
They're like, because it's not that far off. Maybe like the whole guy coming to you, be like, listen, fam, this is your parish. I mean, but to be fair,
She lost me there.
Like to be fair, there are like, I don't know if causation, correlation is not causation, right? Correlation is not causation. But like, there's been instances where I've seen like old people who been at this parish for like whatever, and case in point, there's a parish down in Florida, right? They don't close a lot of parishes down in Florida. But there's one particular parish they closed because it was a dilapidated roof. They're like, this is structurally, the amount of money it takes for us to keep the parish, it makes no sense. We're just going to build a brand new parish right next door on the same property, and we're going to just allow this to be destroyed. And then on its grounds, we will build a chapel, so we're still utilizing the space, right? And the guy that used to go there, he was, I want to say like 99 years old, maybe like 100. Like, if he wasn't that, I was surprised, because he was talking about like World War I like it was yesterday.
Ooh.
And it wasn't like, oh, I'm saying these statements and it's just confusing things. He was giving like accurate, like, this is what happened on this day, blah blah blah. I remember being here, I remember being there. Oh, when the bombs dropped here, I was at this place, and he talked about World War I, World War II, Korea. He went through everything. He was just like, yeah, no, this is it, this is whatever. Every single day he was at that parish. Every day he was at that parish. Did not miss a beat. And he was an adamant person, like, don't tear down this parish no matter what. They tore down the parish. The day they tore down the parish is the day he had a heart attack.
Yeah,
And died.
that makes sense.
And then I was just like, well, so when you say that, I'm just like, I have examples in my head of people like, is it causation? Probably not. But there's a lot of correlation for you to sit there and be like,
No, I mean, like, and I can't say for a fact that can't happen, because just in my own field and being a priest, couples who have been married for a very long time, when one passes away,
yeah,
usually the other one passes fairly quickly.
depends.
Depends,
It
for sure.
depends.
Not always.
Because there's one of two outcomes with that, right? It's the nice outcome where it's like, oh yeah, and it's nice in a sense of like, it's heartwarming. It's like, oh, I couldn't live without you, and so my heart broke, and then I passed away with you, like, shortly thereafter. And then there's the other outcome. It's like they died, and the other spouse just starts living longer, like another 20 plus years. And you're sitting there going like, what? What happened here? Like, why did they die at 60, and you're now at 95 talking about like, yeah, let's keep going.
I always called him a leech. Like, yo, Judy, chill.
Like, what's going on?
There was one time I really did celebrate a funeral for it was an elderly couple. The husband had just died, and so I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna just celebrate his funeral. And the mom had already been having health issues.
Yeah.
So the man dies. It's the morning of the funeral. I get word about 3 hours before the funeral that the wife has died.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, bro, are you serious? Like,
Oh,
this
jeez.
family is going through it. Like, they lost grandma and grandpa within the course of a week.
Dang.
I'm like, yo, that is insane. And it was too quick, because if it was a little bit long, you know, like they had more time to prep the body, we would have just buried both of them at the same time. But we didn't have enough time.
I'll do one for you. I'll give you one. You tell me whether this was okay. I'm not gonna bait him out, but funeral was at 2:00 in the afternoon on a Saturday, right? Homeboy died. It was the son. Like, tragic accident, crash, died. Grandma died of a heart attack at like 2:00 that day.
Jeez.
He said, roll her up, bring her in.
What?
And they brought her in and just buried her.
Nope. Nope.
Same day.
Nope. Nope.
Like,
Nope.
same
Nope.
day.
Nope. Nope.
So they buried they buried grandson and grandma together.
Nah.
They buried grandson and grandma together.
Nah. Is it possible? Lots of things are possible in the liturgy. Should they happen? No.
Now the argument was like they will decompose at the same rate, so it doesn't matter. Like that was that was the
What?
That was the argument. It's like she just died. She was like, "Yo, if we get the paperwork through that she's actually dead," and because his whole thing was like, if I can get the paperwork that she's actually dead, and you legally tell me she's dead, we will do the mass. But if you can't show me she's legally dead, I can't verify that she's legally dead. I can't do the mass on her. And so mass got moved down like 1 hour. She was pronounced legally dead. They got the paperwork through, got everything stamped, rushed it through everything, and then got the body in, and then they both got buried.
Dog, she would have been like, she probably would have been wearing her clothes from like that day.
Yeah, she was.
Bro, that's insane.
She was.
That's insane.
Yeah, dog.
Goodness gracious.
because the family's like, we're not coming back together for her the second time. We were already here. We just got
That's fine, but wait, you gonna try to do a BOGO death?
That's pretty much.
Come
what it
on,
was.
man.
It was bad. It was. I thought it was bad at the time. I still think it's bad. But yeah, I'm not gonna bait him out though. He tried his best.
He tried his best to make it happen. Like, that's not. That's not the same thing.
He was trying to be pastoral. They were so. You have to understand. They were so aggressive with it. They were so aggressive. Yo, they tried to put the two people in the same casket. That's how aggressive they were. with
Oh
it.
my gosh.
He paid for a second casket to come because he was just like, I refuse to put them in the same casket. Like, I draw the line at the same casket. Like, that's how, like, he's just like, I'm trying my best to be pastoral in this situation.
Sometimes, man, you just gotta. Like, you'd be surprised. Maybe our listeners wouldn't be, but you'd be surprised what comes out of a family. Like, what gets exercised out of a family when somebody dies.
Yeah, man.
People. That's not that I'm not wanting to say like their true colors, but a lot of the ugliness, a lot of the jealousy, a lot of the hard feelings, they just flow out now because the floodgates were someone's life. It was, I don't want to upset grandma, I don't want to upset my husband, I don't want to set this down a third, and now they're gone. If you haven't figured it out, if you haven't worked it out beforehand, it just starts flowing out, and it can be turmoil. It can be. It doesn't have to be, but it can be.
Doesn't have to be.
It shouldn't be, but it does.
But it always turns out to be that way. All right, we got time for one more, and then we'll head out.
All right.
All right, time for one more, and then we'll head out. I'll go for a short one. Some of these are like really long, so I'll go for a short one. This one is called the bathroom renovation conspiracy.
This isn't a conspiracy. This is the truth.
This is a bathroom renovation conspiracy.
I've had this conspiracy for a long time. Actually.
The reason priests get rotated every 6 years is not about fresh leadership or pastoral needs. It's about the bathrooms. Year 1, father arrives. Everything's normal. Year 2, nothing changes. Parish is calm. Year 3, we're thinking about upgrading facilities. Okay, cool. Year 4, fundraiser to improve parish and infrastructure. Everybody claps. Year 5, boom, bathroom renovations. Now listen. You walk in, it looks expensive, new tile, fancy sink, touchless faucet. You feel, okay, cool. We're upgraded. Things are interesting. But then something just feels off. You get you got a massive bathroom space, like ballroom level square footage, but one stall.
Or you don't even get a stall. You got a toilet across this long room.
across the room.
And just one toilet. I'm like, what am I gonna do with all this space?
Yeah.
What is this?
Maybe two if father's feeling generous. And you're like, wait, didn't we raise $100,000 for this?
For one toilet?
Or he's like, where did it go? But you don't question it. Not yet, because it's new, it smells clean, and you're like, all right, maybe it's just a new modern design. Year 6, things escalate. Now the basement is closed. More renovations, water system upgrades, structural work. You can't even go down there anymore. Now you really can't verify anything. Then father transfers. New priest comes in, basement reopens, you go down there for the first time in months. Suddenly you're like, wait, hold on. Why are there only 2 stalls? Didn't we raise $200,000? You're looking at father. Father's like, I just got here. I don't know what you're talking about. And then it hits you. 6 years is a perfect window. It's long enough to pitch renovations, raise the funds, complete something that looks expensive, close off access just long enough before people start asking questions, but it's short enough that ain't nobody gonna raise an eyebrow. Tell me I'm wrong. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being out of your mind, 10 being that's not a like. It's hard for me to say that's a conspiracy. I'm saying this is an 8. I can refine it a little bit to make it a 10, but I'm sitting at an 8. At an 8. This is how I think certain companies stay in business. To be fair, this is how I think, like, have you ever wondered why, like, in certain rural communities, how you have, like, John and Company Cinco, and you're like, I've never in my life seen anybody go to that company, but yet it stays in business, and John and Company Cinco did the church basement once, and you're like, what's going on? That's what I'm thinking. It's nothing untoward, but like, yeah, John and Company charged way too much money. But that's their whole entire operating expenses for the next 2 years or so.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm pretty sure this is happening in other places.
Yeah.
And I can't bait out the people that are doing this.
Yeah.
And I have never done it because I'm not in charge of anything. I'm just, second year priest or whatever. But I'm pretty sure that this is happening in other places.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty darn sure.
I guess we'll leave it at that.
Yes, we'll leave it at that. Exactly. Again, I'm not feeling sad or depressed in any way. These are just jokes, people.
I'm in my right state of mind. Yo, we'll leave these conspiracy theories at bay. But that's it from us. I'm Dr. Giovanni. He is Father Greg Lambert. We love you. You're very special.
Go forth and bear good fruit.
We out.
Allegedly.
Will life and faith meet?
Father to Father is a production of Spirit Stream Studios. All rights reserved.